Hello traders, good morning. I am Stephen Davis, Senior Market Strategist, RJO Futures. Okay, commodities are starting to move around a little bit. There's a hint of inflation in the air. That's good for commodities and good for our grain market. Corn market, okay. The funds are now, they're not short corn anymore. So that's a positive for corn. Any buying that we see perhaps going forward here is going to be fresh buying. So we'll see if this continues here. I heard early this week on my radio show here in Chicago on my commute in each day, this is the first year in 35 years we're going to have more soybean acres at the expense of corn acres. That's a bullish story for corn here, and certainly a $1 million question going forward. How many acres of corn are going to be planted? So we'll be talking about this in the weeks ahead. Charts of corn here today, both corn and soybeans are lower as we speak. I kind of think these markets are a little bit overbought and we back and fill. So the first corn chart here looks a little top heavy. It's going to take buying and lots of it to hold these levels in here. Okay, the soybean market. I'm going with the soybean meal chart here today. That's our next chart. I really like this chart, and certainly it's hot and dry in Argentina. Soybean meal, we've gapped higher and never filled this gap. This is a runaway gap, a bullish scenario, so we'll kind of see where we go here. More soybean acres I just talked about, and this is a theme in our lifetime now. The world consumer, the middle class of the world wants protein. That's what soybean is. Hence, look for these soybean acres to continue to grow in our lifetime. Like I mentioned, first time in 35 years, more soybean acres in our great country. So China's been on a holiday here, the lunar holiday. China's the biggest soybean world buyer, U.S. soybean buyer in the world today. I think they'll be back next week. They need coverage in their soybeans, and I think they'll be buying double-fisted here, U.S. soybeans. So we'll talk about that next week. So this Argentina-Brazil situation, sooner or later, this Argentina hot and dry is going to get worked into the price of soybeans. Here, you see a chart of soybeans. It's the same of corn. It's double tops up here, so it's going to take buying and lots of it to push through. So maybe we back and fill, and you can buy these soybeans and corn at lower prices. Okay, and the wheat market here, our next chart, similar to corn. You know, Egypt's the biggest wheat buyer in the world today, and hence, if they were to buy U.S. wheat sometime, that might be a green light that the lows are in, and they're not. Egypt continues to source their wheat from other areas in the world. So, okay, so it's a weekend coming up here, and we'll see where we go, and everybody have an excellent weekend.